Greetings and salutations, one and all. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 6 of Olympus Rises, where I, your host, Jordan, aka Making Games on the Internet, taking on a wonderful journey through the stars, along with the help of my wonderful crew, of which 3 out of 4 are here today. It appears Will might be asleep again. That's okay. We deal with it when he's not here. However, I do want to simply just move right along, because I feel like that is sometimes the best way to do things. Hello?
Well, I mean, I guess he's just ready to re-roll a character because Jordan's gonna kill him tonight.
Hello?
I might kill him.
Hello.
Hey.
Howdy, y'all.
Good.
We're just plotting how to cinematically let Fisher die.
I think that it is almost better if it is not cinematic.
We just leave him.
He's dead.
If
That's
it is as unceremonious as possible.
We're all like we have this big scene where Gogo's white knuckle at the steering wheel, and then everyone looks around after the escape, and we're like, "Hey, where's Fisher?"
Exactly. And then we just get the image of like him being torn apart by weird liquid metal
and then
robots.
No one ever speaks of it again.
Correct. Yeah.
And then the new crew member, just like John, Oscar still doesn't know what happened to the man he replaced.
Correct.
New guy will never be told what became of Fisher.
He'll get the name on the plaque, but that's it.
Yep.
And as far as the new guy is concerned, we never had a doctor.
Yeah, there was never a doctor on board.
Correct. The last doctor we had was I forget his name.
Well, listen, Gogo's actually very competent with medicine, isn't she?
She is, yeah.
I mean,
competent is an interesting word.
Well, listen.
She's a good battle medic.
At least Gogo doesn't have any like dark ulterior motives when performing said medicine.
He's not debating on letting you die to see what happens when he tries to bring you back to life.
Yeah, like Gogo, if she's gonna care for you, it's coming from a good place.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. Ah, Christ.
Seems reasonable. Well then, I guess let me change my name real quick, so that I can order
Dr. Healbot on duty.
Yep.
Let the 4 hours of will bashing begin.
Perhaps I will.
Give him so much shit.
Yeah, perhaps I will have to see if Sundays still work for Will. Perhaps he has had a schedule change that makes it harder for him.
Well, we can talk about that later.
Yeah. However, what is more important to talk about right now is Devin. How was your week?
Good, I think. I don't know. I went down to South Florida on Friday and got my marriage license thing.
Aww.
Like the thing that says you're allowed to get married.
Legally.
Yeah.
Wait, why would you not be legally allowed to marry?
Well, they run like a check to make sure that you're not already married and that you're not related and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I've been told, obviously I'm not married myself, but I've been told that the most like unceremonious part about the entire thing is like going and standing at the courthouse for hours waiting to just get the documents that say you're allowed to be married.
And get it like notarized in
minutes.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's good. It didn't take that long.
Yeah,
but I've heard of people that have had to wait for like hours.
It is kind of weird though, because you're sitting there and then like you sign your name, she signs her name, and then they go, okay, put your right hand in the air, and they go, well, we're gonna ask a couple of questions, and it's like, do you swear that you are Devin Pandoff and Emi Sakano? Yes. Do you swear that neither one of you are married? Yes. Do you swear that blah blah blah? Like these random questions, and it's like you and then a person behind a piece of glass asking you these questions. It's like I feel like this should be more
Yeah.
important. Like,
Yep.
you're just somebody in a polo and jeans
Right.
asking me these very important questions from behind a pane of glass. Like,
Yep.
shouldn't
Who's
you
done this
find
like 30 other times today?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Like
Yeah,
imagine
like-
going to the bank and then like having that sort of scenario.
Yeah, I mean, you're just
Go
in
on,
a
go on
open
down to the
area.
marriage bank.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is to
Pick up-
those
pick up
people,
Someone-
right?
Pick up
there's
one
someone in the
marriage.
window next to you, and they're
They're-
about to ask them. The
Yeah,
same
they're doing
question.
the same thing. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
and then you got someone to the right of you applying for their visa to get out of the U.S. And then you got someone next to them applying for like a passport.
Yeah.
It's like this
It's just funny. I would like to
Ah.
withdraw one marriage, please.
That's officially how one of my RPGs in some future time will do relationships. It'll literally just be a bank, and you know what? Fuck it, because we're so futuristic. You can have multiple. You just have to. You can only have one checked out at a time.
Like a library.
Yeah, like a library, and there'll be joint
Yeah.
accounts as well.
I mean,
So, like-
that's just the thing, right? Like, if it was a physical thing
Right.
that there was a limit, like a tangible thing that you could quantify,
Yeah.
then yeah, that's how you make sure that you're not married. You go get your marriage, and then you share it
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
whoever you intend to.
Seems great.
So,
We've been doing it all wrong. I'm
The
convinced
idea
of
is,
this.
yeah, we're here. We're out to change society, and this is the new dystopia.
Totes.
You're here.
okay.
Thanks for those ideas, Devin. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
When we start creating the statues, you will have a plaque dedicated on one of them.
Wonderful. But other than that, I don't know if any of you know what Plasti Dip is, but
It sounds like an explosive.
Nope.
I wish. It's like a sprayable rubbery. Well, it's like
Oh, so it's like
it's like a sprayable rubber paint.
okay, similar to like the fucking they used to set like they used to do infomercials for like the truck bed coating stuff.
Yeah, something like that.
Sure.
Except you can peel it off whatever you paint it on without
Ah,
damaging what you
cool.
painted it on.
Cool.
So I'm doing that to my car
But why though?
to make it a different color.
Oh.
And it's like, okay, so for a new paint job, you're
Jeez.
looking at like at least $1,000 if you want to go a different color.
Anyone else
What
remember
color
that
it
time
is.
you could go to Mako and pay them $100 and they'd paint your car?
Well, they repaint it the same color.
Right.
It was
See,
only a
the-
refinishing.
The way that you describe the spray, though, it made it sound like you were just gonna peel it off and then have a decoy car.
Right.
Or
No,
something.
yeah. I was thinking
Like-
like you were gonna like stencil
Guys, I
out
got
some
this idea.
design. Like I was thinking you were gonna spray paint and then you were gonna stencil out some design and then like put some design on your car with the
No.
stuff by like
I'm
cutting
I'm
and
spraying
then
my whole car orange.
Cool.
Yeah.
Will I see that if we go to dinner this Wednesday?
Not this Wednesday.
Okay.
Next Wednesday, probably. Actually,
Okay.
next Wednesday I'm not going to be here because that's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, which means it's my rehearsal day, which means I'm getting married that Saturday.
Oh,
Sunday,
shit.
Friday.
That is
Thursday.
Oh my
you
God.
you are off
Oh,
on an
shit.
amount of weeks, sir.
Yeah, probably.
Uh,
I'm off by one.
When is our next game? We should
Yeah.
work that out after
Yes.
the session
I
with some
should be
degree
good
of
next
certainty.
weekend. Well, maybe not next weekend.
That's fine, because
We'll
I
figure it
will
out.
also be off next weekend.
We'll figure that out. for
So
sure.
Yeah, I got to look at some stuff. Well, actually, I just got to let some other people look at some
as
stuff and then see
as
what's going on.
as we all know, holiday season is rough when it comes to meeting together. But considering it's really like the only time we ever don't meet because we're pretty fucking consistent, it's totally fine.
some of us
Some.
are pretty,
Right? Yeah, no, except for the Brits.
except for
Um,
Dr. Healbot.
just understand that he loves D&D more than Stars Without Number. Just understand that. Because he never
I
misses
know,
Friday.
That's why it
I know he never misses Friday. Like
that's
ever.
why it hurts so much. Because like I have a metric.
Yeah.
Like
you sure
I
do.
know that he makes it to other things.
Yeah, correct. It is literally just this one.
Maybe he just doesn't like
And
me.
he always seems to miss like the real fucking important sessions too. Like
Right.
Yeah.
we've done sessions where it's literally we're just flying around in space and nothing happens.
Or like shopping.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we bought shit and that was
This is the session where you all
with-
are
with
like,
some flavor.
a lot of you are almost dead, and like there's still
Mhm.
tons of soldiers streaming into the house.
Everyone
and-
is fine, and we have fire, and I
Yes.
will carry Amelia out if I have to.
We might be carrying Amelia's corpse out at the moment.
Wow.
No, it's fine.
She's got
Um,
holes, like multiple holes in her body.
She's actually really hurt, but we'll see. So anyway, moving right
She's
along.
fine.
Megan, hello.
Hello, hi.
Tell us all about your week.
My week's fine. It's pretty uneventful, except that I have watched 50 episodes.
Oh, not that
Wait,
many.
what did we
It's like
say?
38,
No,
39.
38, 40 episodes? I don't know, some ridiculous number of episodes of Naruto, and that's really all I've done. So there you go.
I
I'm
can imagine.
disowning
I can't
you as my
imagine
sister.
anything else getting done. for you. That's
Wait,
what
what
you're
did you
doing.
say,
I said I'm disowning you.
Matt?
Wow.
Wow, if that's all I had to do.
Good Lord.
Backfired.
Why is the disownment happening?
Just, I draw the line at Naruto.
What?
Like, you
Megan.
never go full weeb.
Megan, I will let you speak to this.
You just...
Okay, Matt, I thought the same thing. I swear, I thought the same thing, but it's actually
fine,
real good.
I will give you a
It's
chance.
real good.
Justify it to me. Go.
Okay, wait. Have you actually how many episodes have you actually watched, if any?
Like 0, like
Okay,
maybe
so wait.
part of a couple of the
Yeah.
Okay,
initial ones.
So I was in the
half part.
same boat as you.
She was
then,
very
100%.
skeptical.
And I was like, oh no, I can't. I don't want to watch Naruto. No, I can't. So then I started watching it, and it's actually way deeper and way less childish than I thought it was. Like, I think I might have said that to Jordan like 100 times while
Yeah.
starting out the first like entire arc.
Yeah, in fact, it is like anti-child. It is not a kid show at all.
No, and like it like people actually
No.
die and stuff like that.
It's not Berserk, right?
No,
But
that's true.
I would venture to say that all of the other anime that Megan and I have watched together is probably more childish than this is. Like, arguably, Assassination Classroom and Boku are both way cleaner.
Yeah.
And way
more
less.
little kid.
Yeah,
Mhm.
way more kid shows than this. In fact, I would put this worse than, like, Naruto is probably more adult than DBZ is. And DBZ has like actual people getting cut in half and stuff.
Make the claim that DBZ was an adult. I have a different
I would say
scale
there's a
for
couple
these
of
things.
episodes of DBZ
but-
that are adult.
Here's how I explain it to Megan. Regardless of what
Sure.
you think of the show, that show has made me cry like a baby more times than any other show in history.
Oh no.
Just like it's very intense a lot.
Jordan, we've already lost one player. We don't need to lose another.
Just fine. Matt's not going anywhere. What would he do with his life?
Ouch.
A lot. I mean, the answer really is 4 hours a week more science.
I was gonna say.
Perfect.
Like you all know what I would do.
True.
I would be sadder, but like that's pretty clear cut.
Anything else, Megan?
Other than getting disowned by my brother, nope, that's it.
No, it's a listen. It's a provisional excommunication.
Okay,
It's
okay.
not
Yeah.
set in stone.
I think that I'm just going to, one of these days, Matt, I'm going to sit you down and I'm going to have you watch just the Great Naruto Bridge arc. Just
Oh my
it's only like 4 or 5 episodes that you need to watch. But it's like one of the very first arcs in Naruto ever, and I think you'll see what I mean.
Well, if I wind up in Colorado, you can do that.
Sure. But regardless, how's your week been, Matt?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Things are getting a little crazy around here.
Fine.
but I think, I mean, at least in lab, I had an interesting week where I realized that it was kind of a roller coaster where I realized maybe I wasted like 3 entire weeks, and then so like downswing followed by realization that it was an easy fix and I could make exactly the solution to something that I had been working on a very long time that I need to. So actually, I had in those terms like a major epiphany that's probably going to be the final iteration of this thing that I have been putting together. And I had some really very successful like pilot experiments, even using the version of this that's not optimal. So I'm very excited about that.
Hilariously, that sounds like exactly how I describe science roles in Stars Without Number.
Mm.
Where it is like
no.
It's like
So
failure,
I
failure,
had-
epiphany, learn all of this stuff.
Yeah, no, I totally had a reroll
Yeah.
that paid off.
Yeah,
this week,
100%.
Is
Yep.
what I'm saying is rerolled like a 13, and I'm pretty.
Yeah.
After like a fairly despondent afternoon, woke up the next morning and was like, "Holy shit! Actually, this is great."
Perfect.
All good. Yeah.
It's good. It's good to hear.
That was incredibly detailed and vague at the same time.
That's
yeah.
good.
Well,
That's
I
good.
don't know how many competitors we have listening in here, so
In the
that's
realm
actually
of
a
Zero,
skill. Yeah.
What?
Unless Mulan is like
no, he's an
that
IT guy. You're
goddamn
fine.
guy from the Netherlands that keeps scooping us.
No, but I do have a player in the Netherlands that I can make contact with and see if we can get a hit out or something.
No, it's all right.
Such a long on if that really was the case.
Yeah, so that's all good and fairly exciting reasons not to play next weekend, though I love you all. But we'll leave that there.
That's okay. I'm probably going to be really drunk trying to find my way around Epcot next weekend.
You should like live stream that in place of
Yes, please.
Olympus. I want like
Wait.
drunk Devin GoPro
Maybe
stream
listen.
going around Epcot.
Yes. Well, I will also be there. I think.
Even better.
So
Split screen.
So yeah, we can maybe make that
it.
happen.
At least some of it.
Also, I was gonna ask Emmy if it's okay if I record some of the wedding as well. I'm not gonna ask you because you don't have any decision on that. So
We've established that.
I'm not gonna stream it or anything, but like record it to have memories, not like anything weird.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I'll ask Emmy. I'm just kidding. I was gonna do it anyway because you know me and I don't listen to anybody.
For the most part.
For the most part, unless it's actually reasonable. If it's a reasonable request, then I might listen.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm glad that everybody had such a fantastic week. My week was good. It was good. I'm happy to be watching Naruto again. I think this is the third time I've gone through the original series.
How many total episodes are there?
So of the original Naruto, there's 223, and of Shippuden, I think there's exactly 500.
Holy
shit!
And then there's the new series, which I haven't seen any of yet, which is called Boruto, which is like the next chapter in the series, and it's still actively being produced. So that will be when I finally get there again. I will go watch all of that as well.
One of the other reasons why I haven't watched that is
Time
because
investment.
I feel like I could be convinced to watch it if a very dedicated fan went through and edited it down to about a quarter of that and took out the filler.
Yeah.
Is that that a fair statement?
Yes and no. In the original Naruto, so there's Naruto Shippuden, right? Shippuden is the second, the reboot, right? The original Naruto is so well paced that you can't really do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's only one episode we skipped that was the filler.
Yeah, there was one episode, and it was the end of season 1. So they were like, "Hey, we've made it."
Yeah, maybe that is a misunderstanding of mine then.
Well, no, because in Shippuden there are definitely an entire, maybe even almost an entire season of episodes where it is telling flashback tales of like, you remember all that time that you were gone off doing your own thing? Well, here's what everybody else was doing during that time. And then it tells all those stories, which are not real, like, they're only cool in the sense that, like, we get to learn about new characters and we get to see how they develop. But doesn't actually have any impact on, like, the main story. So when people say that Naruto has a lot of filler, that's really what they're talking about. They're talking about all the non-Naruto main story episodes, of which there are quite a few in Shippuden. But it's because they're developing the world as opposed to developing the story, if that makes sense.
Sure.
And again, it also does it to pass time. So, you know, when big epic things happen in Naruto, people need to recover, right? And so how do you do that except by telling all these flashbacks? And as you tell all these flashbacks, then by the time you're done showing all these flashback episodes, oh, hey, the thing's done again, and now we've all recovered, and now we can move on with the story. So they do it to kind of pass time in the main story when there's a lull in it. Just like a filler episode would entail. But yeah, so in Shippuden there's definitely a lot. In the original Naruto series, I've probably said this maybe a dozen times while Megan and I have been watching it, but I'll say things like, remember this part, because this happens all the way up until the end of the 500th episode of the Shippuden series. So, like, there's stuff that you learn about within the first season, 2 seasons, that carries through all 700 plus episodes. That matters. And, like, you learn more and more about it as it goes along. That's kind of how, like, detailed it is in certain aspects. So, there you go.
All right.
So I totally interrupted you while you were telling us how you were.
No, it's totally fine. I've just been watching a bunch of Naruto. Is basically me, and working. This is the first week I won't be doing, like, a bunch of supervisor shifts at work, so I've been kind of bored, to be fair. So that's, I guess, good.
Yeah.
Basically, I just wait for stuff to happen, and stuff hasn't been happening because Halloween Horror Nights is over. There's only tonight, tomorrow, and Tuesday night. Those are the last days of Halloween Horror Nights. Haven't decided if I'm going to go to Tuesday night. Kind of want to, because I haven't been this year, and I missed last year because of other weird complications going on. So, kind of want to go. Let's see. I mean, I get in free. It's not like I gotta pay anything. I mean, I gotta buy the rum punches. So
Yes.
that's a thing that I have to buy. But
Are they still selling the zombie killer?
yes, 100%.
Yeah, that's good.
Zombie killer's still there. And we still have shot girls because we always have shot girls.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, blood bag girls. Let me be more appropriately themed. They're nurses with, like, blood covered all over them, like fake blood all over them, and they sell blood bags, which are basically like
They're Jello shots in a bag.
Jello shots in a bag, right? That you squeeze.
That's actually
squeeze out.
clever.
Yeah, no. They're blood bag girls, and they actually walk them around on, like, a modified,
Like an IV.
yeah, like IV hanger, but it's got, like, a ton
But
of
it's
different
like
hangers for
50
all the
IV
yeah,
hangers.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty. It's pretty nifty. There's
It's nifty.
Devin, do you remember the Chainsaw Girls?
Yes.
They're back as well.
Of course they are.
They are the
What-
scariest motherfuckers in the park. First of all,
Isn't that the last year they're doing this though? Because wasn't last year the last year they were supposed to do it?
yeah, I don't know. They're so popular though because
Wait, why would they stop this? This sounds great.
no, it is, and it's frightening because, like, they're dressed so nondescript that sometimes they just mix with a crowd and they just have a chainsaw behind their back. And then, in fact, I have seen where like guys will go up and like try to talk to them, and then they just like answer, and then the guys turn around to leave, and then they pull out the chainsaw that the guy didn't see and just like run it between their legs and fire it up, and they just fucking jump so high.
So great.
It's so good. I love it so much. So they're back this year. I've seen the one thing I've noticed, because I've walked through all the houses, just not with any characters in them. Houses are really long this year.
Characters.
Are they?
Correct. Characters are the name of them.
Oh no.
Yeah, I feel like the houses are like twice as long as what I remember them being. So, like, a lot of them are much narrower, and they don't have a lot of openness to them.
Okay.
Which obviously preys on people's fear of claustrophobia. One thing I did notice, though, is they went really overboard with the invisible strings. Devin might know what I'm talking about, but for the rest of you, basically it's like fishing line that hangs down, so in the dark you can't see it, and then it just like touches you in places as you're walking through. I think every house has some of that, which usually it's like specifically during specific scenes where you get that.
Yeah.
But it's pretty
Or
much
certain
every
houses.
house. There is like a real nasty part though. In one of the houses, they have like these wool fleece rugs that are hanging up, and like all I can think about is like all of the thousands of people that have touched them.
Whoa,
And, like,
so many gerbs.
Yeah, and that freaks me out more than anything else would in that entire house.
I've heard the Scarecrow house is really good.
Yes, that one is great, or it looks great. I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't have anybody to go with. Nobody goes with me to places. So
Devin.
Aw.
Devin would have to
do it
pay to
every
get in,
Wednesday.
so I don't want to make him pay to just come in, and I can't get him. Halloween Horror
But
Nights
there's
is like
blood bags.
I mean, true, but Halloween Horror Nights is like the
Blood
one
bags,
thing
Devin.
I can't get people into. Like, so what are you gonna do?
Complain about it.
Exactly. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna complain about it. And also I just don't want to be at work if I don't have to work. But anyway, speaking of goals,
I got through the door.
Yay!
yeah. So let's talk goals real quick. Except for Dr. Fisher
Yeah.
because he didn't complete any. In fact, I'm gonna delete all of his.
He doesn't need any.
Vengeful.
Correct. I'm a very vengeful person. Oscar, you have completed
Door.
the door one,
The mystery door.
the mystery door.
The spooky door.
Yeah, spooky door. Although I think you've come to realize that it wasn't the door that was particularly spooky.
Yeah, it was the little girl that stabbed me in the neck.
With her hand, yes, that little girl.
Yeah.
Sweet Amelia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was her. So yes, pass through the door. That was kind of on your path of greater acceptance here. But you did have it for 3 sessions, so you should get some sort of
Yeah.
reward for that.
And also, we never actually knew, when that was decided as a goal, we had no idea that was actually the door that Amelia was behind. So
True.
that was, while it wound up being convenient, that was not like just a freebie
Sure.
necessarily.
Sure. I think that it is a fair 250 experience for you on that one.
I will take that. I'll take that all day.
Does anyone else complete any goals?
Nope.
No, but I feel like I should erase one and make a new one.
Which are you erasing?
Retrieve and deliver all VIPs from Tan Homeworld.
Yeah.
That's
And maybe
that's,
just modify some of those words to
well, I mean,
deliver
you could
people.
surviving.
you could keep that. You could keep that and just,
Keep
you're going to
8%.
complete that to some extent, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. But I've got one that should net me quite a bit of experience. Hopefully it will be somewhere near a completion when we get back.
Indeed, that's your first one, right?
Correct.
Yeah, for sure. I think that is.
I'm on a good point for.
Yeah, because there was just basically there was some liability stuff, some testing stuff that had to be done that was kind of outside of your control.
Correct.
So yeah,
Yep.
should definitely be
Yes.
cool, awesome. So without any more goals for anyone, let's give a brief little reminder of where we all are and how we're all hopefully not going to die. So last time on Olympus.
Da 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 da. That's optimism to carry us into the round, so
Correct.
that we make it out.
Uh-oh.
As Oscar stated, you did breach the spoopy doorway, and
Maximum spoops.
you did breach the spoopy
Too
doorway.
spoopy.
And when you did, you encountered a very sickened child, who we recognize to be Amelia. However, Oscar, upon searching the room, found some interesting discoveries inside of one of the closets. That contained essentially every sort of melee weapon known to man and alien, even some that Oscar couldn't identify, or at least didn't identify the origin. Obviously you could see what it was, and then we found that Neko had somehow made his way into the room, and in an interest to capture him, Oscar decided to lift Neko up gently so that Fortune could trap him inside of an ammo box. However, when Oscar channeled his psychic energy, there seems to have been some sort of disturbance that was powerful enough to awaken Amelia from her slumber. Although saying that she was Amelia is perhaps a little bit of a stretch, based on the fact that she had the kind of atypical demon eyes, right? Her eyes were completely black. There was no pupils. They were just completely inky black spots on her face. And she used some form of teleportation to immediately assault Oscar, who tried to deflect her blow, but then used this very keen acrobatics move to stab him in the neck anyway, catching kind of everybody by surprise, except for Fortune, who, upon seeing Neko alone on the bed, decided he was going to use this opportunity to capture Neko. However, rolled extremely poorly.
Yes.
And Neko was able to get away, never to be seen again.
Never to be seen again.
Only to be seen again.
Never to be seen again.
Correct. Never to be seen again. So that kind of triggered an ensuing chase / defensive combat with Amelia, who attempted to run away. Luckily, however, Gogo, with her forethought, had grabbed a drawing, a child's drawing, from the study that they had kind of meandered through and investigated. And upon revealing it to Amelia, after deftly avoiding certain death that she was attempting to inflict upon you, after revealing that to her, she seemed to kind of come to her senses. And just before this had occurred, there was a moment in which we heard that there were some breaching charges and a home invasion was ensuing from what we could assume is the Barba Society. In addition to, we heard the telltale signs of the house defenses activating. So, the only other interesting moment, I think, before we ensued in battle was that Amelia, in her attempt to go slay all of the intruders, had this brief, extremely fortuitous for everybody involved encounter with Chan, in which there was kind of that recognition of like, you don't try and kill me, I don't try and kill you kind of thing that happened. Because they both were like ready to do it, right? If it came down to it. And I think there's this weird tense moment where Dr. Fisher is probably sweating bullets, but Gogo luckily was able to intervene in time with her. I think you rolled a 20 on that luck save.
Heck yeah.
Or something like super ridiculously high. So you're able to intervene in time before things escalated to attempted crushing of larynx and attempted, crushing of Adam's apples. Which is good. Great. It's a good time. So with that being said, Oscar, you decided to pursue Amelia down the main staircase while the rest of the crew decided that they were going to go to the rear staircase and go down in that manner. Upon reaching the bottom floor, Oscar, you and Amelia were kind of engaged in combat with a couple of squads of Barba. And also there was the large liquid metal contraption that was also engaging with Barba. But then, in addition to all of that, there were the turrets that had deployed from the first level in the lobby area, or in the reception hall, I should say.
Turrets are gone. Turrets went rogue.
Yeah, that. They're. I mean, I'm gonna say this, and obviously it's true, but to Oscar's eyes, they appear to be just attacking at random. They have no particular target. They seem to just be shooting at anything that's moving. Which may be part of the security system's protocol, or maybe something else, who knows. However, just before we ended in that particular little brouhaha, there was another squad of Barba that had just burst through the the greenhouse door, and you had kind of blinked off to the side and told Amelia to follow you, to which she understood what you were saying, and she's going to listen, but she committed some sort of ability, and it's important to note that you're not sure what the fuck is going on, Oscar.
That is
it is
an understatement.
It is either some form of teleportation, some form of like weird image copying.
None that he's seen.
Right.
That's for sure.
Yeah, but essentially at this point Amelia has duplicated herself. And in doing so, ripped out the innards of one of this Barba sergeant that had come through the door, with whatever this was, and kind of remains in that same pose where she's like, kind of, looks like she's almost meditating, and then when she opens her eyes and looks at somebody, that's when she's going to strike. It seems that however this ability works that she is using, or whatever this technique is, that's probably a better way to put it. Whatever this technique is that she is using, she's obviously not very mobile when she does it. Because on the turret's turn, a lot of them decided to target the easiest target, which was her standing still. And we get the like shadowy image of her just being hit with like a bunch of fucking laser bolts. She doesn't go down, but like you can see the scorch marks all over her clothes, and you can see like part of her hair is probably like singed off from the heat. But she's maintaining her form, whatever she's doing. Which is cool. Awesome. So the other crew that had come down the rear stairs, you guys were luckily a little bit more grouped up, but you realize very quickly that it seems as though Barba was coming in every available entrance to this location. You were unfortunately
fine because we have fire.
Yeah, you were spotted by a particular squad of Barba who had come like running around the corner, and then you had engaged another squad that had kind of come from the rear of the house where the ship is, and are kind of positioned up behind like the couches and furniture in the family room as Fortune and Dr. Fisher kind of, gun battle it out with them. However, Gogo, again with her quick wit and MacGyvering, had decided to make a bunch of Molotov cocktails. And in doing so been pretty effective with the first throw. However, the second throw was not as effective as it could have been. But I think the best part here is it's kind of cut off the enemy's approach, unless they feel like running through fire, which is obviously not good.
If they want to, I would allow them to.
So they're probably going to have to they're probably going to have to either go around or like take up a position. Maybe they take up a position in the hallway and just fire down the hallway, because unfortunately for Dr. Fisher and Fortune, you guys are fairly exposed to that squad over there. And also it should be noted, both parties have heard distant laser rifle fire in the distance, like throughout other locations of the house. So you know that the enemies you are currently engaged with are not all that there is. Just throwing that out there. The current goal, as it stands, was to get to the ship and get the fuck out.
Is GTFO.
Yeah.
I would also like to say that though we've done goals, mine is definitely extract crew.
Yeah. Dead or alive, or just like get all body parts of crew on ship.
All bodies onto ship.
Good. Okay, good. It's important to note because two things here. The crew is not particularly hurt, although all of you have taken some damage, I think, except for Gogo. Chan, however, according to his character sheet, which may or may not matter, is at 1 health. And Amelia, according to her character sheet, if it may or may not matter, is at 6. So just to give you guys an idea of like, and I'm giving you that number, Oscar, so you can have kind of a mechanical narrative image of how hurt Amelia is.
Yeah,
she's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, she's all full of holes. Yeah.
Yep.
Smoldering.
Yeah, her clothes are like, the fringes of her clothes are probably a little bit on fire now. She's maintaining her form and doing whatever she's doing. It's great news for everybody involved. And also it should be noted that as it stands, the liquid metal beasts appear to be on your side.
For now.
They are at least distracted enough that they have not attacked you. Let's put it that way. They may also be rogue, who knows? We haven't really determined that yet. But perhaps, just to refresh everyone's memory in the game, you can look at the map real quick. And also, just to refresh everyone's memory, remember there's a picture for Amelia as well. If you need an image of what she looks like, minus holes. I have holes depicted on this picture. And then let me bring up the turn order, because that seems important.
And somehow Coco rolled a 9 for initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a solid roll session.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah, Gogo did have
a heck of a game last time.
Yeah, that's a good point. You sure did. Sure did.
Gogo is gonna bring us out of this.
I believe.
I hope so.
However, it is your turn, Gogo. But I will ask. My description of the situation, is that essentially how you remember it, or do you think I missed anything?
No, I think that's pretty good. I mean, I think that I have a little crew that I am feeding Molotovs to, which is kind of nice, but
Right. Correct. But it is your turn, so you can take it how you will.
Yeah, I think my current plan is, so after I guess quelling the very, very immediate crew with the 2 Molotovs, I think that Gogo's going to take this opportunity to assess the giant hole in Chan and try to fix him.
Yeah, so
I have a med kit, but I don't really know what that's actually going to do to Chan. But
it's got bandages, right? Like you could strap up bandages on him.
Well,
for what
our
that does.
normal method of healing people is just stuffing a bandage in the hole.
Yeah, correct.
Right. So I mean, I assume we'll continue with
that. Yeah, and I think that I think that here's what happens, right? Like Chan is he's probably like peeking around the corner, getting ready to like pounce on anything that comes around. And you like turn him around, and I think that I think that I should make you roll a check, perhaps. Can you roll me a physical effect save?
Maybe.
Uh-oh. Is this like a roll versus heebie-jeebies?
Ooh. Nope.
Yeah, so I think Gogo, you involuntarily like kind of like shy away and cover your mouth, because you can see the front of Chan's like body has been almost blasted away. The skin is grafted to his clothing, has just been, adhered on due to the heat of the laser blasts. And I think that like you see basically like flesh and bone underneath. There's not a whole lot of skin that remains on the front side of Chan.
Cool.
But perhaps
would that be a physical effect save or a mental effect save?
I was gonna make her vomit. So I think like a little bit in your mouth. And then perhaps the involuntary reaction. Maybe it was a mental effect save, who knows. But regardless,
I don't want to lawyer it too hard, but
I think
thought
that,
maybe her mental effects would be better.
Oh,
it might be
Chan.
the same, I think.
Could be.
But the weird part about it, obviously, although maybe not so weird to you anymore, is Chan like turns and he just looks at you and he's like, yes, what is it? And appears to have no semblance of any recognition that this has happened to him.
Yeah, I think holding one hand over her mouth, she takes her other hand and just like holds it out to him to just try to like see it. It's one of those moments where like you go to touch it because you feel like it's not reality, like you must be hallucinating or dreaming in some way.
Sure.
So I think she goes to just kind of like touch his chest and like just utter shock because she didn't really realize what it looked like until now.
Right. Yeah, and I think he just like looks down and he's like, Is something wrong? What can I do?
Gogo removes her hand from her mouth and she's just like, no, I've got it. You just keep watch, okay? And she's like clearly not looking at him anymore, trying to hold down her bile.
Yeah. So it also should be noted, probably in this momentary lull, Oha is standing right behind you. And probably just like, Oscar, if you had your visor up, even from the distance you are from her.
I don't have line of sight to her.
Wouldn't matter.
I'm not in the hallway.
Wouldn't matter. Because even if you had your visor up, I mean, so you could smell things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like just the scent of like just a horrifying what in the fuck scent would be permeating the air in the general vicinity of the kitchen right now.
No stranger to that.
Yeah. But Oha is at least intelligent enough to understand that she could die right now, and so she needs to be fighting. So Gogo, are you going to use a med kit on Chan?
Yeah, so I think I would pass my last Molotov over my shoulder to Oha.
Sure.
And then start to back to find my med kit and then use it and then so I roll a tech med, is that?
Yep, roll a tech med with, in this case, dexterity. This is in the moment. You need to do it right now. You don't have time to think about anatomy. Okay, not bad. Roll 2d6 for me.
Ugh, that one.
Ugh.
It's okay. Chan now has 7.
It's
hit points.
700% more health. So.
You know, when you look at it that way, it actually does sound way better than what it makes it does sound way better. Cool. So, are you going to move at all? Are you going to do anything else, Gogo?
No, I think I would though. Oh wait, I forgot I have a gun now.
You do, yes.
Right? I have a gun?
Yes.
Question mark?
Yeah, you have a revolver.
Yeah, Fortune tossed you the
and
revolver.
a heck of a revolver at that.
Right.
Because you can't.
Probably one of the best revolvers in the sector.
Yeah, because you can't use your claws because you're wearing like.
Right.
You know,
yeah. Well, that's why I was kind of like, well, I don't really have anything else to defend myself, but then I realized I do. I guess I would just tuck away the med kit and prepare the
Yeah.
gun.
Yeah,
That's
make
it.
like you make
I'm
sure
not
it's
moving from
loaded.
where I am. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Spin the cylinder and do all the cool movie shit.
You try to
That is
reenact what
completely
Fortune
useless,
does.
but yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Cool. So let me begin to open my character sheet here because it is time for some fighting, at least on their end. Going to click this. Hey, it's a hit. Don't worry, it's on any of you.
Rolling good already there.
However, now it's the liquid monstrosity's turn, which is probably good for you, at least in this moment. This one's going to come up here to attack him.
Remember, Jordan, last time you rolled for them, they were winning.
Yeah, I think that is true.
Yeah.
Armatures, Liquid Guardian.
So let's keep that up.
So we're going to roll 3 attacks left to right with their... I forget, was I rolling with their monoblades? I think I was. I think it was rolling to kill on these. 1,
That's good.
2...
Ooh. That's better.
Look at all that green.
Monoblades.
Hell yeah.
Check that out.
All 3 hit.
Holy shit, it hit on a 6.
Yeah.
These things are no joke, man. They are a high hit dice monster. Oh, it actually kills this guy. He actually had less than that health. So, Oscar, you see a body being flung across the floor and kind of comes skidding to a halt in front of Amelia, and you can tell that it's the Barba squad leader that was up in the front of the room at the beginning. He is very clearly eviscerated. Here. One out. Take another one. Cool. So next. Okay, so next is this one individual guy right here that's hiding behind this pillar. He's going to shoot at the Liquid Guardian. That is his biggest fear. His whole rest of his squad has been wiped out. Except for him. He is the final bastion of sanity that remains.
This is where we start pointing and laughing, right? Oh boy.
I have hit 5 out of 5 times.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm everyone's cheering over here, but I'm fucking terrified about our prospects.
No, I liked the other 3. This last one was against our team. I would, in quotations.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's what I mean. The other several,
Yeah.
this is problematic based on who's turned it.
So this guardian over here is looking very hurt, Oscar. You could peek around the corner and see him, so I'm describing him for you.
No, I have line of sight. I can see it.
This guy right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so he is, probably like limping around. He's not moving very well anymore. He's got less health than a lot of things that exist right now. But that is it for that turn. So it brings us to Fortune.
Yep.
Fortune, it is your turn, sir.
Remember...
There are still these 2 guys down here on the end of the hallway who are not within the Molotov. And then there are the 3 guys in the room still. And this guy is on fire. He's not dead, though.
Yeah.
But he also doesn't have cover because he's on fire, obviously. He's trying to put himself out. So,
now,
this is the easiest shot.
This guy, he's already got a called shot on him. So.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. So, their AC in cover is 3.
Cool. Let me get the right weapon going. AC of 3.
Holy shit. Yeah, he just he pokes his head up to look at his squad leader, what he's doing, and you just fucking take it off.
Yep.
That was a pretty sweet max damage.
And now
just splatters all over the ground.
And I say, "You remember what I told him? Next one's for you." And I duck behind the corner again.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Because that's the same thing I told the other guy.
Yeah, this guy is dead. He is no more. We're gonna move on. Oh, so it's their turn now. So Fortune, I think that you've drawn their ire.
Okay.
So they're both gonna shoot at you. But they're not happy about that. What is your normal AC?
3.
Okay, so it is a 2 because you. Two. Okay, that's 1.
A lot of green.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Okay, there's a miss. There's the first miss of the day. So you take the it's probably that guy, right? He stands up and he's like just like starts firing off bolts, and you duck around just a little too slow and you just get winged in the arm.
Yeah.
By one of his laser bolts, which is expected. I mean, you were taunting him. He kind of
That's okay.
he spent more time than you should have. That was bound
He
to
knows.
happen.
He knows what he's getting.
Yeah, correct. He has witnessed it. So then we're going to attack over here. Oh, nope, that's a 1. That's not gonna hit. Oscar, it is your turn.
Oh man. What do I just recap right now? There are 2 Amelias. Both are to lesser but definite degrees on fire. I don't probably think I could just grab her right now and book it, right?
You might be able to. You have no idea what she's doing, right?
Yeah.
She has purposely put herself in this position.
Right.
But how do you know you're grabbing the right Amelia?
Well, I guess
That is
I'd
the
find
question.
out real quick, probably. I think the first thing he does before taking any other action is overcomes, yell to everybody, push through the family room,
Yeah.
pick, basically, pick an exit and focus on that.
Working on it.
Yeah.
Trying.
So he well, no, because I mean, previously he was, the plan was to make a bunch of noise over here, and that is falling apart quickly.
Mhm.
Yeah, they use more than one entrance, disappointingly.
Well, yeah, that was going to work right up until he realized there were way more coming your direction, and now the plan has changed.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
okay. So, yeah, he says, push through the family room, and he, I think, would it be reasonable, Jordan, if I just run past? Would it take an action to just try to see if I could physically pick her up, or would that cost me my whole action?
Well, it depends on what you're gonna do afterwards, right? Do you want to then teleport away? Is that the goal, or
I don't think I can. I don't think that I can teleport with her.
Okay.
I'm as much as I would love to be able to do that.
Yeah, so
Oscar is not that good.
Yeah, so here's the deal. I don't think it would take your action to pick her up, but if you wanted to run away with her, it'd basically be half movement at that point, right? Because you're carrying somebody. She's not particularly heavy, but she is cumbersome.
No, so I'd be totally willing to spend my whole turn to do run, grab her, and then start making my way back.
Yeah, then you could technically take the dash action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm asking is, if I get there and my arm passes through the image of her, have I then wasted my whole turn?
You've wasted that part of the movement, if that is a thing that happens.
That's fine. I accept that.
Yes.
That's okay. Okay.
Touching something is a free action.
Okay. So a face palm is a free action.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
The joke in the D&D group is that regret is a free action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. So there's there's two people in the room that I see in front of me.
Yeah, so there's these two guys right here, right? These two guys in blue. They appear to be focused on the liquid guardian thing.
Yep, I am perfectly happy to let them continue being focused on that. So use my action or movement
Mm-hmm.
to zip over there and try to pick up, like, fireman carry Amelia.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna duck down, like put
Yeah,
your
he's just
shoulder
trying to-
into her gut and like try and pick her up like that.
I mean, maybe not exactly like that, because that would probably expose her to more fire than he even wants. He's just gonna scoop her up and try to.
Sure. Yeah,
try
you're
to
gonna
get
you're
walk
gonna
away.
you're gonna kid carry her where you're like she's under your arm, like her waist is under
Yeah.
your arm, and you're just like running. Okay, cool. So what happens here is you like grab her, and your arm doesn't pass through, but you realize that like as you pick her up, like she's way thinner than her clothing gives her credit for. Like almost feels like she's emaciated. And then you like stand up and you go to run away, and you realize that she's very limp. In fact, almost like rubbery in your arms. And you look down, and it appears that it is just a sack of liquid that you've picked up. It's in the general shape of Amelia.
Fuck.
Her hands are still placed directly together, like in front of her, and her face is still impassive. But it's almost like as if she had
She's
no
just,
bones
like,
in her body.
Ragdolled.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can carry that out if you want.
That. Shit. Well, yeah, I guess that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna get back to.
Sure. So you have basically at this point like 6 more meters of movement because you're moving at half speed. Because if you've used 8 to get there, then you have 2 left, and then you have 10 more, but it's half speed, so about 6 more meters of movement. You can basically get back to where you were, almost.
Yeah, I think he's gonna just go back that way.
Yeah, basically get to basically right back where you were.
Yeah,
totally no problem.
I neither have my sword token nor control of Amelia's.
Your sword token is directly underneath of your character.
Oh, it is there. I just didn't see it.
Correct. But here, I will give you
the Amelia bag token.
Yeah. They never said we had to return her with bones. She's just
all right. You should be able to move her now.
Floppy ton sack. We can still probably say that we.
Stop it.
You should be able to move her now. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay. So he just goes and he, probably doesn't take too long to think about it. He's banking on this being at least better than having both images of her out there.
Sure. So then we're gonna get another little fight here. Now that we're engaged in melee, we use a different weapon. Okay, that's a hard miss. Next. Oh. Lelo's gonna roll a physical effect save. See if he can. Still on fire.
He is.
He is not. So he puts out the fire. He dives back behind where his buddy's head just exploded. And then
maybe that's what put it out.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe the gray matter landed on the flames and put it out.
Well, damn, I'm too good.
Well, yeah, I mean, about myelin and insulation, so
yeah.
Make the neuroscience joke.
Yeah, and fortunately,
move on.
It's a rough
Yeah.
crowd, Matt. It's a rough crowd for
Yeah,
that.
it's a rough crowd, Matt.
I'm
It
dying
is.
out here.
He's going to pick up his laser pistol and take a shot at you, Fortune, because you are enemy number 1.
I am willing to do that.
Okay, he hits you. Well, he wings you in the leg or something. Like maybe as you like look around to like maybe get a shot, line up a shot on him. You're kind of pinned down a bit, Fortune, I would say.
Yeah, Fortune's
Um,
okay with that.
So that moves us along to these guys, of which there are only a couple left. They're gonna do the best that they can. Their combat knives. Close but no cigar. Nope, not at all. Which moves us right along to the 2 in the hallway.
Yes.
Or the 1 in the hallway, actually, because the other one's the sergeant.
Sergeant.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the 1 in the hallway. Dr. Fisher is still the most apt to target here. So I think he just raises his rifle and he's just going to shoot. Pretty simply. Try and shoot at Dr. Fisher. Dr. Fisher's AC is a 4. He does not have cover from these guys. Ooh, that's a hard miss, though. Just ricochets off the walls. Making it
Fires
Chan's
throwing
turn.
him off.
Yeah, exactly. He's firing like one-handed, like just tucked up into his shoulder, right? As he's like covering his hand from the heat from the flames. Yeah, so he's a little distracted. It is Chan's turn, however.
I'm going to suggest that Oha hand Chan the last Molotov.
Yeah.
And then Chan's gonna chuck it into the family room.
Into the family room? Yeah, sure, absolutely. Absolutely. So let's
Like,
make a...
he's got a better arm than you.
Yeah, exactly. So she probably just like hands it over.
She's
and,
like, yes, correct.
yeah, and Chan is going to do that thing. Did we put this on here? Oh, we did. Look at that. You want to roll that for me? That Molotov?
Yeah, hold on.
We'll see where it explodes.
Throwing into the family room.
AC is... Yeah, correct. Yeah, they're throwing it past you, Fortune.
Yeah, don't worry, not at you. It's fine. Well, it might be.
Well-
I don't know. We'll see.
Right, yeah, we'll see how good... always AC 9, by the way.
Okay.
Fortune is pretty good at baseball, so we might be okay with that.
Just like... Do you just like roundhouse kick it into the family room?
Well,
As
no, I
it's
get
Holy
like-
cow, that would be incredible. That'd be freaking incredible.
Just bicycle kick
Do
it,
some,
Fortune?
like shell and
Oof.
soccer shit.
Oof.
Oof. So roll a D8 plus a
Right.
D6 for me, please.
Yeah, I did put a 9. Okay.
Yep, roll 1D8
There's
plus
no
1D6.
there's no wrong answer with a grenade. You know,
I mean, depends on how bad, but yeah, for the most part, you're correct.
no wrong answer.
Oh, so... you say Chan has a better arm,
Apparently
Oh
he does.
god,
and
that's actually the wrong answer.
he flings it all the way, and basically it shatters against the windows in the back of the room.
Great.
Not impacting with anybody.
freaking great.
He's
I'm
trying,
just making that out.
he's trying to prove himself to you.
Well, it's also probably occurring while I'm like hanging off of him, bandaging him up, so it's
Yeah.
probably not helping
I was gonna say,
any.
probably he wasn't ready for the burst of energy from your medical skills.
But
Correct.
sure, yeah.
Correct.
Well, I mean, how much range do those have?
What do you mean?
Like the
Well-
blast radius.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, they're not too big. They're like a meter blast radius. Because it's not really like a blast radius, it just kind of ignites everything.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't like it does the 1d8 damage is like
Maybe-
the fire that burns them. It's not the impact of a
Yeah.
Molotov, right?
I'm thinking in like just area denial terms. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
surely lighting the room more on fire is still advantageous.
Correct.
True.
Yes, absolutely. Now all we need
Causing
are
chaos at the very least.
firebenders. Cool, awesome. So, Oscar, you're in close enough vicinity that you can hear this now. So Amelia, as you're running away, maybe you like take a glance down, and you see her hands, and her eyes open up, and her hands point in like a spear towards the middle of the room, and you feel the burden lessen. Almost as if Amelia's gotten lighter.
Mm.
And
Then there's another Amelia.
well, there's actually 2 more. Because
Jordan.
Because simultaneously as that happens, the other Amelia in the room also uses the same thing. And 2 more of these individuals.
You really have been watching a lot of Naruto.
This was before we even started watching Naruto, to be fair. So now there are 4 Amelia figures in the room. Well, 3 and the one that you were carrying. But she takes out 2 more just instantly. Which brings it to purple. Over here. They have 2 left. They will take their shots. No. They're losing a little bit. Now it's time for some home defense turrets. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 targets. So /roll 7d9. Okay. So one of them is going at the well, how many are here? So Oscar, the 2 turrets that can see you are shooting at you. That's the ones there. And then we'll roll those first. Okay, let's just get those out. Make sure you don't get hit. Terrible loss. You have an AC of -1?
With shield, it would be 0.
Okay.
Right, so I have natural AC from the suit.
Correct.
1.
Oh, yeah. So then it's
and then
0.
whatever.
Nope, on that one. Actually, that makes rolling really easy. I just hit enter a bunch of times.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, so they just ping off your armor.
So for
no
some reason,
problems
we
at
all
all.
have an AC of 0 from now on, right?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, for ease.
one is going to shoot at the Amelia that you are carrying.
Can I argue that I would have placed her in a way that wasn't
I think
likely?
that the argument here is it's going to shoot, she'll have cover, and if I roll a 19, it hits you instead.
Yeah, so what I'm suggesting is not that she couldn't be hit, but that I would take,
The
I
hit
would
for
be
her.
in the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will if you are the cover, right?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that is how you act as good cover.
Well, wait, what exactly did you roll?
So
there?
her AC is 6 and you
Yeah.
are the cover, or her AC is 7, you are the cover, making you the point that misses.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take that.
So it does hit you. I just have to roll the damage. 4 damage. No big deal.
Can I say that I would have tried to deflect that anyway, since the entire goal is to... Oh, wait, no, it's a laser.
It's
Never
a
mind.
laser. Yeah. It's not a melee attack.
Yep. All right.
So, but I think that, like, you're super cool, right? Because, like, we see the bolts flying at Amelia, and you just, like, raise your arm and take it, right? You take the laser bolt that was aiming at her head. But luckily, you 4 damage is right. And then
any damage, anything that actually hits Oscar is a problem. But yeah.
So we're gonna do 2 at the Guardian. Let's see, 2 on that guy. 1.
Oh boy.
Shit.
Yes.
Okay. Jeez, the thing is like sparking and smoking at this point. It's as close to dead as dead can be. And then what do we have? A 3 and a 4. Okay, so it targets this guy up here, one of the Barba guys, and then it targets one of the Amelia images. So on the Barba. Nope. And then on Amelia. Nope.
Yay.
Yeah. So, yeah, the lasers just fire everywhere. Oscar, you take the hit on like your, the gauntlet portion of your armor.
Yeah.
Oh, great. It's Dr. Fisher's turn.
He was told to clear the family room.
He was told to clear the family room. He was indeed. Does Dr. Fisher have anything on his character sheet that's useful? Let's see.
He has a rifle.